Class of 2022, congratulations. You guys have made it to your senior registration. This is the last time that you will ever register for classes at Legend High School, and we're so excited for you. So let's take a step back and think about, you've already completed your fine arts credits, your practical art credit, your PE credit. Next year, you're required to take an English class, and if you're headed to a four-year college, you want to take a math class. But beyond that, the sky's the limit for you this next year. You truly get to design your schedule for what's going to prepare you for either college, your career, vocational school, the military, wherever you're going. You are going to choose the classes that best fit you and prepare you for your next step after Legend High School. So your best resource as you go on this registration journey is going to be our academic course guide. As you can see here on the screen, there is a lot of information within the guide. You need to start to think about, what do you want your senior year to look like? Are you going to take a bunch of concurrent enrollment classes and try and get as many college credits as possible? English 121, get that freshman level English course done. We have some new history concurrent enrollment courses. You can get those requirements done while you're in high school. And maybe you start your college journey as a second semester freshman, or for some of you as a sophomore already. For others of you, you might be focused on a certain pathway. Do you want to take those capstone classes within business, within engineering, computer science? Any of those classes, if you have a focus and that's where you're going to major in college, this is a great opportunity for you to prepare for that. Others of you might be taking the advanced placement route and trying to take some advanced placement classes because you absolutely love that content. We know within AVID and EDGE, your program coordinators and teachers are going to talk to you about different opportunities within those programs. But this is the year for you to truly design the schedule how you want it. Think about a balance of courses that are going to be fun for you and you're going to enjoy. Is there that guitar class that you've always wanted to try, or an art class, or getting into some of those upper level fun classes? Or are you taking classes that are more focused to your plans for the future? We're so excited for you guys this year. Senior year registration is the most fun you'll have, and it's hard to believe that we are here, but have fun and explore every aspect of the academic course guide.
We are excited to have you choose your classes for your senior year. Remember, we do not do schedule changes. You need to intentionally choose what you want for your senior experience. Like Mr. Symington said, you could go all sorts of directions with it, but the bottom line is seniors need to take at least 5 classes if you are on track to graduate. You may take 6, you may take 7, it just depends on your situation, but you need a minimum of 5 classes. As always, when you register, think about alternates, because especially when you get to senior year, some of those classes are highly selective and it may have conflicts for you. So make sure you have some alternates that you're willing to take as well. All things normal, we will be back to a modified block schedule. So keep that in mind when you register. And when you, if you want to choose off periods, you are able to choose your off periods. So again, keep that modified block in mind when you do that. When you get into the actual course guide and looking at courses and the registration sheet, you're going to start with English. Okay, as you know, you need 4 years of English to graduate, 4 years of English for colleges. All right, so a main class that seniors would access most likely would be English 121 and English 122. This class will get you 6 college credits to transfer to any college in the nation. It's a guaranteed transfer class. And it gives you some basic English composition skills that would be a huge asset to you as you start your post-grad journey. Other options are English 4. If you're on the AP track and have taken AP Lang, you probably will go into AP Lit. Other English electives that you may want to dive into your senior year would be creative writing, composition and news, if you're continuing with that, public speaking, and debate. All great skills for future different careers. Math, we have some different options that are available to you, and we kind of broke things down related to pathways. All right, so if you're just gonna get through math and you're on the graduation pathway, perhaps discrete math and college math would be for you. If you're more in the college prep pathway, depending on where you're coming from, your junior year, you may take pre-calc, you may take new classes called Math 55 and Math 135. Those focus on some more basics but also get you college credit. There is a college algebra class, there's a college trig class, there is college calculus, or AP Stat. So those are different options within the math pathways. As always, your teachers are your best reference for guiding you in those different options. If you're on the honors and AP pathway, you might go into AP Calculus AB, or might go into AP Calculus BC, or even AP Statistics. So again, talk to your math teachers about the path that would work for you. Within science, most of you will have completed your 3 years of science to graduate. Some schools want a C4, not all, but some of you just love science and want to take a 4th year of science, or maybe even a semester of science. All right, you can go into physics if you haven't taken that. A lot of kids want to explore human anatomy, especially if you're going into the medical field. It's a great class to see, do I really want to do this? Okay, zoology, astronomy, genetics, aquatic biology, those are all options for you. If you're continuing on or want to dive into an AP class your senior year, there's various options in those. Check out the course guide for descriptions. AP Biology, AP Chemistry, AP Environmental Science, and multiple AP Physics classes. Okay, so you're getting to the time where you're also thinking about your future and think about what classes will transfer, what you might want to go into, and perhaps you want to challenge yourself in an AP class in those areas. Within social studies, if you have not taken government, that is a graduation requirement for Douglas County School District, so you need to make sure you have that in your schedule if you didn't get that in your sophomore or junior year. Other options include various AP classes, including AP Microeconomics, which is a semester class, and then other AP offerings that you may or may not have taken. Non-AP options, if you love social studies and want to just keep exploring different classes, those would be economics, psychology, Colorado history, sociology, and we have a couple new concurrent enrollment classes within social studies. If you're really interested in Western Civ, okay, those are the classes for you. And again, they transfer to any college as a guaranteed transfer entry-level freshman social studies or history class. Last but not least, in the core areas, if you're continuing on with your world language journey, you would just go to the next level of Chinese, French, Spanish, or perhaps American Sign Language. So American Sign Language is an offering for seniors only, and that you're available to take if you've taken over a level 3 of any language. Okay. We do have some students that pop into a new language their senior year just because they do want to go into something with language or linguistics, so you're welcome to do that as well.
As you know, there is a fine art graduation requirement. So you can take classes in fine art to satisfy your graduation requirement, or this might be an area that you just love and love these classes. So our first option is within band. Make sure you are signing up for marching band first semester, and then you would be in wind ensemble, jazz band, color guard, or percussion tech. In orchestra, you're part of the string orchestra or chamber orchestra. Choir, you can be part of treble choir, tenor bass choir, or you can try out for our select women's choir or select mixed choir. Theater, we have a couple different options. From the performance aspect, you can go theater 1 through 4, or into theater production ensemble for our more advanced theater students. You could also be behind the scenes with our tech theater. And then we also have guitar. You can do guitar 1 through 3. Continuing on with our fine arts credits, you can get into our visual arts program. Okay, within visual arts, you can take classes in jewelry, and dependent on whatever level you want to be, photography. We also have an ACC professional photography class to get college credit. You have ceramics, moving up to AP ceramics, or draw and paint, which also goes through the AP level. Next year, we are also starting to offer some honors level art classes, so be on the lookout for those. And then finally, you can also take graphic design, which will count as your fine art credit. Intro to graphic design, Photoshop and Illustrator, graphic design 3 or 4, and we also have an AP graphic design class. Next up is physical education. So there are some small changes that you need to be aware of. You will notice that power weights is no longer on our registration sheet. We now have strength and conditioning And for that is our beginner lifters. You must take that at least for a year before you get into strength and conditioning too. You also notice our shape up and fitness class, team sports. We have our advanced team sports for kids who really love that team sports class, nutrition and wellness, athletic training 1 and athletic training 2, and Broadway dance can be used as a PE credit. All students need to make sure they have at least 1 year of PE for their graduation requirements. Next up is practical arts. So you will notice that there's several different pathways within practical arts. Decide if you are interested in the engineering pathway, the computer science pathway, the business and marketing, the digital design, or criminal justice. You also can mix and match and come in and out of those different pathways and really explore what interests you might have. In engineering, make sure you start with our Intro to Engineering class before you jump to Engineering 1, 2, 3, 4, and then for those students interested in architecture, we have several CAD classes for students in that architecture pathway. In computer science, start with Intro to Programming, and that will lead you into your Intro to Computer Science. We now have game design development, cybersecurity, and we have a capstone for students who want to major in this in college. In business and marketing, you can be part of our DECA and FBLA programs, which continues to grow and are winning several different awards. These classes include Marketing 1, Marketing 2, Personal Finances, Intro to Business, Social Media Business, Sports Marketing. You could run our school store as a school store manager, and our Intro to Entrepreneurship class, and the capstone class for seniors is called simply Entrepreneurship. And then our digital design program. One of the great benefits and offerings that we have at Legend High School is our graphic design certificate. Students who follow along in the graphic design certificate can graduate from high school certified as a graphic designer, and maybe that's a job you want to secure as you go through college and work as a graphic designer. Those classes include Intro to Graphic Design, Photoshop, Illustrator, video editing, 3D animation, and motion graphic design. And finally, within practical arts is our criminal justice program. Next year, we are offering Intro to Criminal Justice and Criminology, which both are college level courses. So if you're interested in a psychology degree or want to get into criminal justice, this is a great pathway for you. Remember, many of these classes are tied to our DECA, FBLA, and TSA programs. As a student, if you haven't explored these are great opportunities that many kids, when they graduate Legend, say is some of the most valuable memories of their education that they have. All right, so as you've heard today, you have a lot of options as a student. Our goal at Legend High School is really to help you guys find your pathway for success and to take classes that you are going to enjoy and engage in your learning. So with that being said, you do need to remember we do not do schedule changes. Your best resource is the academic course guide. Please make sure you are going to the Legend website and you are clicking on that course guide and read it from beginning to end. It has a lot of great information, but even more so, great opportunities for you to explore. With that commitment, there are some other aspects that you need to be aware. In the email that you received, if you are taking any ACC concurrent enrollment or ACC class, there is a concurrent enrollment contract. You are saying that you are committed to that class and you want the college credit for that. This also applies to any advanced placement class. As an advanced placement student, you are required to take the advanced placement test at the end of the year. You are committing to that test. You must sign the contract in that email and return it within a week. So with all that being said, this is an exciting time of year for all of us where you get to choose the classes that you want to explore next year. Talk to your teachers, talk to your advisors. They are all amazing resources who can tell you more in depth of what each class has to offer and the exciting opportunities that it will give you. We hope you have a good time, and please don't ever hesitate to reach out to your advisor if you have any questions. Thanks.